What is up, everybody?
Hello.
THC on the YT and the LT or actually early PM for us. This
Early
is early
PM,
for us. Early PM.
depending on the time zone, but
Yeah, for us, this is early. Normally, we
yeah.
don't go to like an hour and a half, 2 hours later. Also, we normally do this more than once every like 6 months.
Yeah. But it's part of our rebranding strategy is to go away for a while and then come back.
Come back strong. It's
Yeah,
been...
no, I think both of us have had things happening in our lives on past videos. I know you've mentioned some struggles with mental illness, things like that. So I mean, it's good that we're able to get back on here, keep the love of comics going. Keeps coming back, every time you think you're out, comic books just drag you back in.
They do. I didn't read anything for like a few months. I was just, I don't know, I didn't read a damn thing.
Yeah.
But I am now. I'm back to reading. But yeah, for a while there, I didn't read anything.
Yeah, I think there was one day, damn, I forget what the title was. Was it Department of Truth? Where you just reached out to me, you're like, dude, I think I'm back.
Yeah. Yep. It was Department of Truth. Yeah. And that one, and then Birthright, because Birthright finally finished. So I was like, sweet, I can get the volume 10 trade paperback, then I can bind it, which is a plan that I've been wanting to bind this now for 4 years now. So yeah, I'm super stoked that can now go back to binding it. So yeah, dude, pretty jacked about that.
Hell yeah. And then I saw your you've been seriously influencing me with American Gods for one, because I watched your overview and that book just blew me away.
Yeah, dude, American Gods is great. And you finally got your copy from JP, right?
I did. Yeah. So nice. So nicely packaged. Came in pristine condition.
Oh shit. BJ kicks with the $5.
Hey.
He's paying for some THC action.
Yeah, I mean, I'll ship it to you, BJ, but I don't know what's gonna happen in between.
It's legal temporary for this. We'll say it's legal. We're good.
Yeah,
you're good. But no, man, thank you for that. That is a massive. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. But yeah, dude, it feels good to be back.
Hell yeah, yeah, and hey to everyone else here. I see we got Amazing Asian with us. Got Jack Smith. Got
Paul, Gabriel, BJ.
Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, it's great to. Yeah, I don't know. I was getting kind of nervous doing this because I feel like it's been so damn long, and yeah, I mean, I just wasn't sure what I'd even say. What have I been reading lately? A few things, but
I was gonna say, I have a few things to ask you, but I already know the answer. I'm pretty sure to them all, so it's like,
oh boy.
So like, we'll have to. There's definitely some stuff that we can deep dive into. Well, maybe not deep dive because chances are you haven't seen any of it, but we can briefly discuss spoiler-free shit.
Hey, I finally saw the Snyder cut. I finished it a couple nights ago.
Jesus, and you just did it?
It took me 3 viewings to finish it. I had to keep stopping after like an hour and a half.
Sir, it was good though, was it not? I enjoyed it.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah, dude, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I was thinking about it, and it's the equivalent of like reading just the Blackest. Watching this theater release was like reading Blackest Night, the main event, and then watching the full Snyder cut is like reading all the tie-ins along with it. You're like, oh, okay, now I know why this person in issue 5 came in looking this way. Yeah, it was great.
That was good. So, okay, that being said, I'm going to assume you have not seen Peacemaker on HBO. Oh my fuck. All right, so I know that Peacemaker is fairly new. The first 3 episodes just dropped on Thursday, so I understand it's a fairly new show. So there's probably a lot of people that haven't seen it yet. But I will say, I'm not going to say anything about like spoiling or anything, but that show, dude, it is like Doom Patrol was probably my favorite DC show.
Yeah.
I think Peacemaker just overtook Doom Patrol for me.
Wow.
Peacemaker, I haven't laughed so fucking hard at a show in a long time. It is hilarious. James Gunn wrote all 8 episodes. He directed 5, and he directed 5 of the 8 episodes.
Oh wow.
It's hilarious, dude. And John Cena, he's someone that Like, I remember when he first started acting in like The Marine, like back in like 2002 or 4 or whatever it was, and I was like, oh my god, this is horrible. Like, he's just a horrible actor. But he has really started to grow into his own, and he's actually becoming a really great comedic actor. Like, his comedic timing is spot on, dude.
Nice.
And it's some of the things he says as Peacemaker, like, they're hilarious, and they're meant to be funny for us, but like as he's playing it straight, like to him, he's not trying to be funny, and it's so funny. So yeah, Peacemaker is phenomenal. So if you guys have not seen Peacemaker, the first 3 episodes are out. I highly suggest it.
Good to know.
It's so damn funny. I was crying, dude. It's really good.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, that's good to know. It looks good. I'm definitely interested in it, and I don't mind John Cena. So
yeah, no, it's really good. Like, James Gunn is a genius at taking like B-list characters and D-list characters and really making them into superstars. Like, he did that with Guardians of the Galaxy. Nobody gave a shit about Guardians of the Galaxy. Then all of a sudden he comes along with that sleeper hit of a movie, and now Guardians of the Galaxy is just as big, if not bigger, than like Avengers for some people. You know, it's massive. Guardians of the Galaxy is huge now. I think, have you seen the second Suicide Squad that James Gunn did?
No.
Oh, Jesus.
It's on my list, man. I just got HBO last week. I caught up on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Watch Suicide Squad and then Peacemaker.
Okay.
It'll make more sense because it's like a spinoff of what happens after Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, he just takes these like B movie characters and really just sort of, you know, or B-list characters and really kind of makes them popular and stuff. So I love James Gunn, man. Dude's a genius.
He's awesome.
And they're currently filming Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh, he's back with Marvel.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Because I remember they had some there's a little poo-poo between them. But
yeah, Disney. Not Marvel, but Disney didn't like him. And,
right. Yeah, well, hey, that's awesome.
Oh, we have the guy donating $2.79 Canadian.
Nice.
Thanks, the guy. Big shout out to the guy.
Appreciate it. Yeah, 270. Yeah, I mean, no comment, nothing either. Oh, I love
you
guys.
No, wait, he just left a comment. Yep, I love you guys. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It feels really great to be back.
Yeah.
So just kind of a quick update, I guess I'll say real quick on myself, just because I know I did a live show, JP did a live show for our boy JP from Organic Price Books. He did a live show with the Omnibus like a week or so ago, and he asked me to jump on, and I had some time off of work, so I jumped on, did a little bit of a live show with him for a while, and Omnibus, and people were asking like how I was doing and things like that. So just kind of an update. I'm doing great. I'm doing really well lately. Life's a lot better than it was a handful of months ago. Did a lot of self-reflection, a lot of self-learning, a lot of meditating, a lot of everything. Yeah, no, I'm really good now. I'm down to about 35 pounds. Got some more to go, but I've lost a lot of weight, which feels good. I feel, like life overall is pretty good, man. So I got COVID. Awesome. That was fun. No, not really.
Yeah.
Luckily, I was triple vaxxed, so like the only thing that I had wrong with me, other than testing positive and having to quarantine, was I had a little bit of a runny nose out of one nostril, and that is it. That's all I had. No fever, no nothing, just a stupid runny nose for a week.
That's more annoying than anything.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was super annoying. And then I obviously had to quarantine, but
they never let you know which variant you had, right?
No, they can't. So I actually looked that up because I was curious about that, because my son got COVID first. And so I was curious if, like, when we tested him, if they would tell you. Well, apparently the lab that does like the testing, whether it's positive or negative, etc., they don't do the variant stuff. They send that off to a different lab. Gotcha. And when they send that off to a different lab, they also take away like all of your information. It's just like an anonymous sample. And so then they don't even send every sample. They only send like 66% of the positive samples or whatever. So yeah, it's like impossible to know what one you had, unfortunately. Because I was really curious, but
yeah, I feel like you lasted a long time considering you have multiple kids and like
dude, we made it over 2 years. Yeah, my wife was like in the COVID units working. So I don't know. I'm glad it happened when it did because I mean I was
Right.
triple vax and we were all good. But yeah, so
Nice.
it ran through our house about 3 weeks ago now. So
Pretty good. Yeah, I'm feeling the FOMO with COVID. I've I've either had it and been fully asymptomatic, or I don't know. Like I was on a job site last week and someone I was working with got it, and I got tested and I was negative. The hell, man! I spent
oh,
time with this guy. The only thing I didn't do with this guy was make out with him, and I still didn't get COVID.
but you did blow him.
Right,
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Well, I don't think COVID comes out of the
Swallowing
penis.
is probably what saved me.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think COVID comes out of the penis. So I think you're okay. So let me guess. You probably haven't seen Spider-Man either.
The new one?
Yeah.
No.
Fuck.
I tried getting tickets and it was just insanely sold out.
Yeah.
I wound up seeing Matrix instead, which
Okay.
is
Obviously, yeah, Matrix was all right.
yeah.
Matrix is on par with like maybe the second movie.
Yeah.
But that's the problem with the Matrix. You will never be able to recreate what the first
Mm-mm.
movie did because at the time, nothing had never been done before, and like it was as a game changer. But
I do appreciate that in the fourth one they kind of make light of that and the fact that they're making a sequel.
yeah,
That's
they,
good.
they had some fun with it. I enjoyed it. I mean, it wasn't as amazing as I had hoped, but it was good.
Yeah.
But Spider-Man. So obviously, I'm a big Spider-Man fan. And growing up and watching, I was like 18 when the first Spider-Man Tobey Maguire movie came out. And I was like a big fan. And then I saw the two, and then Sam Raimi's third. We won't discuss that one. And then they rebooted with the Amazing Spider-Man in 2012, and I enjoyed it. It wasn't as good, but I enjoyed it for what it was. And then the sequel, and I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And then Tom
Right.
Holland came out, and I'm like, this is pretty dope. So I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I've grown up with these movies for the last like 20 something years. And I was also a massive fan of Spider-Man animated series from like 94 to 96 or 7. Like that's
Mhm.
another fantastic show. So, anyways, big Spider-Man fan. So I went into this with very high hopes, and I can honestly say I was not disappointed.
Nice.
I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to spoil or ruin anything for those that haven't seen it. But I will say this. For me personally, in keeping in mind, I am a massive Spider-Man fan. For me personally, it was the best Marvel movie to date.
Wow. That's wow.
I loved it.
Wow. Okay.
Like, I went and saw it with my son and daughter, and I was grinning from ear to ear the entire movie.
Wow.
Like, I was so happy the entire time I was watching that movie. Like, it just hit all the feels.
Yeah, I really do want to see it. I mean, I don't think I'm nearly as big a Spider-Man fan as you, but everyone's just absolutely raving about it. So
It's really well done. And it may not be like the best MCU movie for everybody, because I mean, you got Avengers and Infinity War and Endgame and stuff that was epic. Black Panther was epic, so
Yeah.
it may not resonate with everybody. But for me, like I said, I'm a massive Spider-Man fan. Growing up watching the Spider-Man movies for like the last 20 years and stuff, like it was just, yeah. Just when you see it, we'll discuss in more detail. But it was awesome.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I got to check that out.
Yep.
I trust them over there. I'm really excited for the new Doctor Strange, man.
Yes, I'm stoked for that one. Did you watch Hawkeye?
The show? I think I
Yeah.
watched the first 2 episodes.
Okay. Again, you got to watch it, especially the last episode. I'm not
Yeah.
going to spoil anything again, but it was epic. And when they announced the Hawkeye show, I went, "Are you fucking serious?" But dude, it was awesome. It was so good. The Hawkeye show was surprisingly really, really good. What was the other one that did you watch WandaVision? I mean, it's been so long. I don't even know
WandaVision I've seen.
about.
Yes. Yeah. I've seen WandaVision. I didn't watch
Did you
Winter
watch
Soldier
Loki?
and Falcon.
Did you watch Loki?
I've watched a couple episodes of Loki as well.
A lot of people didn't really dig Loki. I thought it was really well done, though.
I got to finish it. I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot more than Hawkeye. So I definitely need to finish it.
Winter Soldier and Falcon. I didn't know how I was going to feel about that one either, but that one was surprisingly pretty good too.
Yeah.
It was good. I enjoyed it. Let's see what else we got coming out soon. You got Peacemaker that just dropped. Morbius got pushed back to April 1st.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to come out in February. Now it's been pushed back to April 1st.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how I feel about that one. We'll see.
The makeup looks
It
phenomenal.
does. It does. Yeah.
Like, they didn't Leto Joker it. Like, the makeup looks phenomenal. So I have high hopes. Did you see Venom 2?
No, I heard it was atrocious, and I decided to skip it.
All right. I don't know about atrocious, but did you enjoy the first Venom movie?
Yeah, I loved the first Venom movie. I thought
Oh,
it surprised me
seriously?
a
If
lot.
you
Yeah.
if you actually like that one, you'll love the second one. The second one's even better in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, but the problem why a lot of people say the second one was atrocious is because a lot of people hated the first one. Because
Well,
they did a different take on Venom. It's not the one that like most people know or fans of, or you know what I mean? Like it
okay.
was it wasn't looped into Spider-Man. He didn't have like the big spider on his chest. He was like this black gooey
Yeah.
monster. So a lot of people didn't like Venom for those reasons. But if you liked Venom 1, you'll love Venom 2.
Okay. You know what I can definitely tell you I didn't like, sir? Eternals. That movie. I mean, that's not a Guardians of the Galaxy knock out of the
So
park.
many people have been knocking Eternals.
It was fine. I'll say it was fine. There were some standout roles that I thought Kumail was great. I thought whoever played his manager or whatever was fantastic. He stole the
Yes.
movie for me. I just I didn't watch any trailers going into it, so I didn't know that Angelina Jolie was playing one of the Eternals. I'm like, you're too big of an actress to be playing some random Eternal. This is crazy.
Yeah. I didn't hate Eternals. It would definitely like so there was between the TV shows and the movies, there was 9 Marvel things that came out in 2021. And I would say Eternals is probably number 9 for me. Like I didn't hate it. Like I'd watch it again, but I'm not going to go like out of my way
Hmm.
to see it or something. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
okay.
I also did manage to watch. Maybe I'm just watching all the wrong stuff when I watch stuff on demand because I watched Shang-Chi as well. It wasn't terrible either. I had a lot of fun with that movie, but
Really dug Shang-Chi.
see, I really enjoyed it until the end. By the end, I was like, "What has this movie become?" Like this started off as like a cool martial arts street brawling thing, and now it's
You wanted it
just
to be like the street level, like the 70s
the
comics.
70s comic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. But they
And
did a little
instead
mix
they
of the 70 and the modern Shang-Chi
yeah.
stuff, yeah, which is fair, which is fair. And I gotta rep Simu Liu because he's a local Toronto
Yeah, it's
person.
like,
So
isn't he Canadian?
yeah, he is. I know that was a big hubbub because it's a Korean dude playing a Chinese character, but what are you gonna do? He's the best one. He auditioned like everyone else.
Jet Li's too old.
Oh, can you imagine? That would have been. I mean, him as yeah. I like the dude who played the father. I guess they can't say Fu Manchu, right? Because it's
Yeah, yeah, there were some things that they were able to get away with back in the 70s that today is not,
yeah,
appropriate.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, but I guess yeah. I've got the Suicide Squad to watch. That's on my hot list because I literally just got HBO a week or two ago, and
yeah, dude. Well, the good news is almost all of that is on HBO Max.
that's right.
So,
It's the DC place to go. It's the Disney
yeah,
Plus of
man.
DC.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Have you seen any of Doom Patrol?
I've seen the first 2 seasons of Doom Patrol. I got
So
to
you
watch
haven't
the
seen
third
season
one.
3.
No, I didn't even know there was a third one. I'm
Yeah,
so shocked and amazed that there's a third season of
they
Doom
got confirmed
Patrol.
for a 4th one.
Wow,
Yeah, they're coming out with a 4th season.
wow.
I don't know when, but like it was renewed for 4. It's a major hit for them.
How
And
and I
rightfully so. That show is very well done.
Fantastic. But that
Very
doesn't
well done.
translate to comic sales, I guess, because they're not bringing back the Doom Patrol or no DP for the comic fans. Sorry, guys. Just a single P for everyone. Uh,
Yeah,
well, that's cool. Hey, a fourth season. That's awesome. Is Swamp Thing on HBO Max?
it is.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
well, fuck, now I don't remember. I thought it was, but because the CW got it before HBO Max was a thing, like they put it on CW. I don't know if it still is.
Hmm,
I'd have to double check. I don't remember if Swamp Thing is, because I remember like CW thing. It was streaming on there for some reason because I think they
that's
were
right.
trying to see if people would enjoy it more, and I don't know. It was kind of weird, but
Okay. I got
Yeah.
enough stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess on the slight topic, because there are comics coming out for this technically. I think my favorite movie of 2021 was Dune.
I have not seen it yet.
Oh man.
I was going to watch it, and then if I remember it, I started it, and then I was like, I'm not in the right mindset for this kind of movie, and I turned it off, and I just haven't had a chance to turn it back on.
That movie felt like it gave me the same feeling I got when I watched like Lord of the Rings for the first time or Star Wars for the
See,
first
I
time.
don't want that feeling because I hate Lord of the Rings.
Alright, well, fair enough. Whatever then, Star Wars for the first time.
Yeah, Star Wars is dope.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I'm really glad. I've been going to the movie theaters a lot more just because I mean there was limited stuff to do in Ontario. Canada has not been as lenient as the US has with restrictions. So I mean movie theaters are one of the only things, and then like trying to support local movie theaters so that there are movie theaters afterwards.
Yeah. Well, Gabe's asking, have you guys seen Ghostbusters Afterlife?
Is that the sequel to the last all-female one?
No,
Oh.
this is this is basically Ghostbusters 3.
Mm.
It's a sequel to Ghostbusters 1 and 2 from the 80s. It's a sequel slash it is a sequel, but it's also kind of a reboot because it takes place obviously like 35 years later.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it's got like the kids and stuff, but
Right.
I've seen it twice. I love it. I think it's a really great movie. For the most part, I think they did a really amazing job because I'm a big Ghostbusters 1. 2 is okay, but Ghostbusters 1 is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And they did a really awesome job honoring the original Ghostbusters movies while still trying to bring something new to the table to boot. And so
Nice.
I do think that Ghostbusters Afterlife will probably have a sequel. If I had to guess, I would say it'll probably have a sequel.
Ooh, Afterlife.
After Afterlife. But yeah, I dug it, dude. That's another movie that I highly recommend is Ghostbusters
Okay.
Afterlife.
Yeah, I love the original. So yeah, wow,
Yeah.
good to know. So you got the continuity, but a new cast.
Mm-hmm. And they did
That's
an
cool.
amazing job with it. And Paul Rudd's in it. He's always fun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Paul Rudd's a good time. So, all right. Well, I think that catches us up with like the movies and shit, right? TV shows. I don't think I'm
I
forgetting
think
anything.
so. I'm
Most
sure.
everything.
Yeah, I
Not like
mean, as
you've
far as
seen
I'm aware,
anything anyway. Oh,
exactly.
the Batman's coming out in March with
That's
Robert
right.
Pattinson.
That looks fantastic.
I don't know how I feel. Like I'm super excited for it because I do think it'll be really awesome, but at the same time, I'm just very nervous
Yeah.
because one, it's Robert Pattinson, who's like I keep associating him with a sparkling vampire,
Right.
and so
Fair
it's
enough.
like hard to break. I know he's done other things, but it's really hard for me to like break that idea. And then what was the other one? Uh the suit, the Batman suit. Now, from what I understand, this is supposed to be Batman like year 1-ish, if I remember correctly, which is why the suit looks the way that it does, I guess.
Right.
But I don't know, man. I get it that like they're going for a more realistic, like if a man really was trying to fucking become Batman, what would a suit look like, right? It's not going to look like something out of the comic books. It's going to look like something that Robert Pattinson's wearing.
Right.
But for me, I'm just such a like I love the old Batman look, you know. I
Yeah.
love the
Yeah.
comic book look. I don't like this armored fucking look. I don't
Yeah.
know. That's why I dug Batfleck so much because his was like the Dark Knight Returns suit, and
That's
I'm
right.
like, fuck yeah, like that's
Yeah.
cool. That's straight out of the comic. Like I
Yeah.
really dig those suits. I'm just kind of a little bummed about that, but
Yeah.
yeah, the
I
Riddler
got you.
costume. Sarah was just saying the Riddler costume. Have you seen the
Yeah.
trailer for the
Yeah.
Batman?
Yeah. I've seen, I think, all the trailers at this point.
Yeah, that Riddler outfit. I don't know how I feel about that.
It's kind of silly, but they did. I think. I mean, from what we've seen in trailers, I think they did a great job with Cobblepot.
Yes.
That makeup is
Yes.
wild. It's
Yes.
insane.
It doesn't even look like Colin
No.
Farrell.
No.
Looks nothing like Colin Farrell.
Yeah. If they didn't credit him, I would not. I would have no idea.
Yep.
I would have no idea. So that's a very exciting one. There's nothing else. When's that like Flash movie supposed to come out? Is that this year too?
It's supposed to be. I think it was originally supposed to be 2022, and I want to say I heard. I could be wrong, but I want to say I heard that it got taken back to 2023, maybe.
That's not good. I guess they're getting super ambitious with it. Getting all the multiverse stuff involved, all these rumors about, I guess, Keaton coming back as
yeah, dude, he's come back as old
Daddy
Bruce
boy.
Wayne.
Yeah, and it's, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens. The problem is, like, I can't imagine that there will ever be a point in time where DC doesn't. I mean, now that they've opened up the multiverse, they can just be like, oh, well, we've got Batman this coming out this year, and next year it's Batman this with a completely different person as Batman, because, well, it's the multiverse, and deal with it.
Mm-hmm. I would like to see a Batman Beyond movie with Michael Keaton as old Bruce Wayne. I think that would be sick. And then get like a new up and coming actor, similar to like they did with Tom Holland for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Get like a new up and coming kid to play Terry McGinnis.
Right.
Dude.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
That would be awesome. And you could make the suit look phenomenal, especially like today's, like, you know.
Yeah.
Speaking of suits, I saw a still picture of I'm assuming it's from like season 2 or 3 or whatever it is of CW's Batgirl. But have you seen the still shot of the new like Batgirl costume?
Mm-mm.
They did a Batgirl Year One Burnside costume. And it looks phenomenal. I'm assuming it's for the CW Batgirl. I don't know 100%, but I am pretty sure that that's what it is. I'm trying to pull it up real quick.
Yeah, me too. It's giving me all these outfits for young girls. Damn it.
Yeah, you don't want that. It's for the Batgirl movie.
Oh.
Google Batgirl movie. It's a collider image. Go to images. Dude, it is sick. Leslie Grace has officially posted the first look at the suit she will be wearing as Barbara Gordon for HBO Max's Batgirl. It's supposed to show up as a late 2022 release.
That's fantastic.
Right? Does that not look sick?
That looks great. Yeah, it's not like armored up or anything. It looks exactly like Burnside.
Yeah, like it looks phenomenal.
That's
If whoever's in control of like that movie, they need to like be doing the rest of the Batman
Get that costume designer to do all the other DC costumes, please.
Yes, please. That would be fun.
I mean, Aquaman's was fine, I thought the costume they gave
Aquaman was dope. Fine. Yeah, no, I didn't mind Aquaman. Black Manta was good. Wonder Woman was pretty good.
Yeah.
Shazam, apparently for Shazam 2, the costume's apparently different. From what I heard, he's gonna have like the short little half cape like he did in the comics.
Okay.
Instead of like the long cape. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard.
That's what the rumor mill says.
So we shall see.
You know, they call them rumors, but I feel like they've often been pretty correct recently. I remember seeing this has nothing to do with what I just said, but I remember seeing a rumor that like Norman Reedus was being considered for Johnny Blaze.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Probably fake.
Probably. I heard that years ago. Maybe he was petitioning for it. I don't know. Speaking of Johnny Blaze, though, Nick Cage. Have you seen the trailer for the new Nick Cage movie?
What's the new one?
Nick Cage is coming out with a new movie called what was it called? The
Weight 2, is it?
No. It's called like the weight of an unbeatable actor, the weight of an unbearable actor, something like that. Anyways, this movie is basically Nick Cage playing Nick Cage as Nick Cage.
It's a documentary, yeah.
No, it's not a documentary. It's a legit movie.
I'm saying it's basically a documentary though about
no, because it's a script, and Pedro Pascal, the Mando, he's playing Nick Cage's biggest fan, but he's not Pedro Pascal in the movie. He's like an actual like character, and he hires him to like come. He pays him like $1 million to like come hang out with him as Nick Cage. But it's weird because it's an actual movie. So it's like it's Nick Cage playing Nick Cage as Nick Cage and this like new Nick. It's like a complete mind fuck, but it
Nice.
looks hilarious. Like
Okay.
super, super funny.
Yeah.
There's a scene where they go to his house and and he has like this wax figure of Nick Cage. And he's like, "Is that supposed to be me?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "It's grotesque. I'll give you $20,000 for it." Like, it's super funny. Like I highly recommend checking out this trailer.
Okay, I'll check it out. I thought the pig trailer was funny. I don't think I can take Nick Cage that seriously anymore.
Have you seen Willy's Wonderland?
No, I know you recommended it though.
Dude, that one's awesome.
Okay.
I enjoyed that movie too for all of its ridiculousness. It was
He's
good.
I like that I mean, Nick Cage is always doing he's on his own set of train tracks at all times, you know, which is I appreciate that at the very least.
Yeah, he's doing his own thing, man.
Yeah, yeah.
But all right, well, let's discuss some books.
Ooh. Book
So I was out of the loop for a very long time. And then I'm just starting to get back into it.
Nice.
So I just sent you 34 pounds of books that have been sitting at my house for 2 years.
Yeah.
So,
God.
So you just got those. And what was in that bundle again?
Well, I'm definitely gonna put out a little video about it and just talking about the whole situation. I'm not gonna bring up how import fees have gotten out of control. Whoever's running the brokerage at customs has absolutely lost their minds.
Yeah, they told me it was gonna be $15, so that's what I told you, and then it was like 5 times that.
Yeah, it wound up being over $90. Canadian, which maybe it was 15 US and 90 Canadian, and kind of
the dollar's really gone down.
It kind of adds up. But yeah, I mean, there was a ton of image stuff in there. I mean, so I ordered that in 2020, February and March of 2020, and I finally got it almost 2 years later, and that had a whole ton of image books that have since gone out of print and are very expensive now.
And that Wonder Woman book.
Yeah, the Gail Simone Wonder Woman Omnibus, which I'm about halfway through now, which is, I mean, I think I bought it for like $37 and it's selling for over 200 now, which is just stupid. Yeah, I mean, and then there were a bunch of there were 2 Batman box sets in there, and and Weavers as well, which is dope because it'll finally let me bind my second Simon Spurrier compendium.
I love Weavers.
So good. I can't wait to get that second bind. Simon Spurrier. If I ever get to meet him at a con and I bring those 2 compendiums, he's probably gonna ask me if I've lost my mind. Yeah. Which, you know, is possible, but he's just such a sweet writer. Well, what am I gonna say?
You're gonna have to make it down here in April, man. Jump the border, do what you gotta do, get down here.
Planet Comic Con. You think it'll actually happen this year?
It happened last year.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I just didn't go because I was like, I don't feel good about going. But this year I'll go. And they got Garth Ennis is finally coming back because he was supposed to be here the year you and I were supposed to go, and then everything got shut down.
I got to go for Garth. And I mean, I think I will go this year. April, it starts on 420, right? I mean, this is just, it's kismet, right? Yeah. THC with the CBD on 420 at KC.
Meeting GE.
Meeting GE.
I want him to sign those Hitman binds.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I can't wait to see his reaction to those.
Yeah, have the covers that you did.
Is he are they I gotta check if they're starting to populate that guest list again.
Yeah, they have a little bit, but
Rick Burkett, Chris Burnham.
Yep, Chris Burnham was supposed to be there 2 years ago and didn't come. So when they shut everything down,
Howard Chaykin. I mean, Kevin Conroy. We will likely
Howard Chaykin. Maybe Howard butterfly will land on his table. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, Garth Ennis. Oh, Joey Fatone's gonna be there. Great,
dude.
You said Murr's gonna be there.
Yeah, Mur from the Impractical Jokers. That's so which sick. Is probably why Fatone's gonna be there because they're buddies.
Yeah, Jeremy Hahn, Phil Hester, classic attendees. Dennis Hopeless, Matt Kint. God bless the man for coming back.
Basically all the local guys that are
All the
there every
local, yeah.
year.
David Mack, B. Claymore, James Murray. Oh man, yeah. This is
It's
well,
a
I guess
it'll be a good con.
I think so. Kyle Strom will be back. Freddie E. Williams, Scotty Young. Sweet.
Yeah, this will be a good one. So we need to go.
Yeah, I'll have the second volume of I Hate Fairyland for Scotty Young to sign.
There you go.
Be like, do you remember me from 3 years ago when you signed volume 1 for me? His son was with us. He made a comment about Deadpool in a bus. Do you remember?
Yeah, it was funny is when me and Riker went the 1 year, the last time I went was just me and Riker because when you couldn't come down.
Mm-hmm.
And so just Riker and I went, and Riker met Scotty Young again, and he was like, "Do you remember me?" And Scotty Young's like, I mean, it's like the dude meets like a billion people a year.
Yeah.
And Riker's like, I'm the one that, what did he say? Like, I'm the one that was asking about the Spider-Man in the bus and who was driving. And he goes, yeah, kind of. I'm like, Riker, this dude meets like a bajillion people a year. Like I think at the time Riker was like 11. So yeah, like he meets like a billion people a year. But it was funny.
Yeah, that was.
I finally got I now have every official Punisher Omni released.
Crazy.
And then I have my 6 custom binds of Punisher. I've got now 1 through 107 and the annuals to go, or 1 through 100, whatever it was, to go and get the original Punisher run bound. I need to get those done. And then I commissioned the one dude to do 3 more Punisher customs for me, that like oversized Punisher customs. So that's, dude, I'm gonna have a sick Punisher collection.
So why the Punisher? What made you go for the pun? The big skull.
I've always enjoyed the Punisher books. Ever since
I thought you were gonna say our logo.
Oh, well, I mean,
no, I'm kidding. Too. Yeah. Go on,
too.
Sorry.
But no, I've always been like ever since I was a kid, my buddy that introduced me to comics was a massive Punisher fan. And so he kind of slowly like got me into Punisher and stuff. And then I was like, yeah, Punisher's cool, whatever. And then as I got older, I read Garth Ennis's Punisher runs and, Marvel Knights and Max. And I went, holy shit, the Punisher's dope. And then I read like Jason Aaron's run and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then I've read Remender's run and I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Like like I've decided that, obviously it just with any character, it really depends on who's doing the writing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I read, God, what did I just read? I just read Matt Fraction's. No, I just read Matt Fraction's entire Punisher run.
Yeah.
And Howard Chaykin actually does a lot of the art on it.
Interesting.
Not a fan.
Yeah, I figured it's Fraction.
It was like it starts off really strong,
right?
And the art was a little cartoony. I don't remember who the original artist was, but it starts off strong, and then it just sort of like tapers off, and then like Chaykin takes over on art for like the last half of the book, and I just don't like the way that he draws the Punisher and stuff, so I'm just not a fan.
Yeah.
So it was okay. I didn't enjoy Fraction's run nearly as much. I'm currently reading Rucka's run on Punisher. Obviously, that's great.
Yeah.
And I've read, Rosenberg's run on Punisher, which surprised the shit out of me how much I enjoyed that run.
That's a recent one, right? That's like a couple years ago.
2016, 2018.
Okay.
I think 2018. I think if I remember right, his takes off right after Cloonan's ends, if I remember correctly.
That makes sense.
But yeah, dude, he's the one that came up with like the War Machine Punisher and stuff.
Oh.
Like, and it's I was like, that seems like a gimmick, but I started reading it and it's really well done. And Matthew Rosenberg released like this thing where he talked about like how he's been a Punisher fan since he was a little kid and he always wanted to write the Punisher, and he's also from New York, and so he gets the tone of the book and all this other stuff, and he does a really great job. I really like Rosenberg's run.
I mean, Punisher is a great character. So I think we talked about this, that Jason Aaron's taken over with the new run, and he's getting rid of the skull.
Sort of. So the skull is still there, but it's not the same design. They changed the design, and the skull now has like devil horns. It's a little bit different.
Are they trying to transition into no? But the Ghost Rider doesn't have horns. I don't
No,
know.
I think so. From what I heard in an interview or on a podcast, I think it was on Fat Man on Batman with Mark Bernardin and Kevin Smith. Mark Bernardin said something about the original Punisher skull logo couldn't be copyrighted because it looks too much like a regular skull, right? Like a skull that anybody would draw. So apparently it resembles it too close, so they couldn't copyright it. But this new skull design, they can make their own and actually copyright it.
Interesting.
And so they have a little bit more control over the logo. And like
Yeah.
what BJ said too, he's working for the Hand.
Oh, I see.
And this, and
Okay.
it's only like a 12 issue run, if I remember right. It's like a prestige format thing that Aaron's
Okay.
doing, and I think it's only 12 issues.
Gotcha.
But either way, I trust in Aaron with all my heart and soul. So
Yeah.
I really don't mind what he's doing there.
Okay.
So the Punisher Max is not which one are you referring to on Punisher Max? Because there was the Ennis run on Punisher Max, there's the Jason Aaron run on Punisher Max.
I'm guessing it's the Jason Aaron one because the art's fantastic in the Ennis run, but I can't imagine the writing is little effed for the Ennis run. I mean, that's like, oh, okay. I see Manny followed up.
The new skull is pure cult old Marxist bullshit.
Interesting.
Well, we'll see, but it'll be interesting though. I think
I'll read it someday.
I'll read it as it comes out. I really dig Jason Aaron, so I'm excited.
I like Jason Aaron too. I just wish he would get more with the indie stuff because I think did you mention this in one of your videos? I know you told me personally that you're sort of veering away from the typical hero, the typical Marvel DC stuff, just because it's not lighting that fire anymore.
Correct. So the old books, like the books that came out like in the 80s, 90s, 70s, like early 2000s, I still love all of those superhero books, but the modern superhero book, like the ones that come out in like the last 10, 15 years, it's hard for me to really kind of find one that I enjoy. Batman, it was great, like Tynan's run on Batman and Detective and all that, like that stuff I enjoyed, but as a whole for the genre, I just have a very hard time with it. I especially dislike a lot of the art nowadays as well. I really don't like a lot of the art in a lot of these mainstream comics lately.
Yeah.
But so I am definitely leaning more towards indie because they have full creative control to do whatever the hell they want, and it really shows in their writing and it shows in their stories, and you can come up with so much more creative and cool shit that's just never been thought of, and that's kind of what I'm enjoying right now. Like Department of Truth, for instance, like that book is phenomenal, and like that's not a book that could ever have been written for Marvel or DC or anything. That's strictly an indie book, and it's so good, so good.
I agree. Yeah,
and the art in it, like that's a prime example. The art in that book I absolutely love because it fits the title so well. But if that same artist did that same style for a Batman book or a Superman book, I would hate it. I'd be like, this is trash, because it doesn't fit what the title. But for Department of Truth, it fits so well that I absolutely love it. Like I can't think of a better artist for that.
No, I agree. And they're between like Image and Boom now, you have these two fantastic comic companies that are just cranking out what I think is fantastic content. I mean, I think I forget if you picked up Something Is Killing the Children, but I'll ask you once you're back. But I mean that.
Yes, I did. I picked up the deluxe. It's actually sitting right here, and I flew through that thing in one night. Holy crap, that was great.
Yeah.
Something Is Killing the Children is a fantastic title.
It's so good. So good. I really hope Boom keeps putting out those deluxes too, because they're pretty books.
They're really well done.
Yeah. I mean,
very well done.
They're very well done. And then I look at something like the American Gods, whatever it's called, Slipcase Edition. Like, this is
the complete collection.
Yeah, it is just it's such a stunning book. I still haven't even taken mine out of the shrink wrap yet, just because I haven't been able to actually get around to reading it. But eventually.
It's so good. I absolutely love it. American Gods is really great. I remember I still need to go back and watch. I've read the novel. I enjoyed the novel. I watched the first season of the show. I enjoyed it, but then for whatever reason, I just kind of fell off the TV in general. So I haven't watched seasons 2 or 3. So I need to go back and
Right.
watch those. But the book is also the comic is really good. It's basically like a graphic novel adaptation of the regular novel, sort
Yeah.
of basically what it is. But it's really good. I enjoy it a lot. And goddamn, Dark Horse did an amazing job designing that book, dude. It's absolute sized. It's got the gold gilded pages. It's like got the slipcase. It's all white. It's got like the gold foil. Oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
And that uh ribbon bookmark, how it's got like the different symbols and stuff going all the way down, dude.
Yeah.
Just so much attention to detail
Yeah.
when they designed that book.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Yeah. I think you had gotten your copy, and then at that point, I mean, as soon as you sent me pictures of it, especially I don't know why, it's so weird, the things that get you excited as a collector, like gold gilded pages get me very excited. I kind of wish more books did that. Unless I also wouldn't mind black gilded pages. That would be very cool.
Ooh, that'd be sick. Or like silver, like a
Silver, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I hope more companies get more experimental with that stuff.
Yes, that would
Yeah.
be yeah, when they did that, I was absolutely blown away. I was
And
like,
then I mean,
incredible.
dude, Dark Horse with their hardcovers and the Sin City Deluxe editions, where you're just like, this is you can't make a better edition of this book. Like, this is as good as Sin City can get in presentation.
Yeah, it was those Sin City deluxes are phenomenal. It comes with like the little art print and like a really nice, you know, display, I guess you could say. Like,
Yeah,
dude, it's so
yeah,
sick. I'm
yeah,
looking around to see if I have anything else lately, but yeah, it's beautiful.
yeah. I know you're reevaluating once again, which is good. You know, I feel like not enough people do that. It's tough to, but I mean, there have been multiple times now I've sold off almost all of my Valiant books at this point. I keep looking at my shelf, like I don't want to get more shelves, but I know more books are going to be coming in, so I got to start picking and choosing. And every time it's getting harder. You know, it's getting harder and harder. Feels like I'm I don't know, feels like I'm trying to oh well, hello. I see we have a guest. We have a guest to interview today.
Yeah, we do have a guest. She
Nice.
has decided to come visit.
Awesome.
Hang on, let me show her that she can see herself. Kaisley, look, look at the TV. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? We're recording. What are you doing? This is why we record late at night. See what happens when we record earlier?
Yeah. You get too much cuteness when it's earlier.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
problem.
might-
Yeah, why are you here
Sure, I don't know what that was about.
today?
Oh, you want to hear? Hang on.
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
How are you, Kaisley? What are you up to tonight? Have you been watching any new shows?
What
What did you watch? What? Sure.
I haven't seen that yet. Is that on Netflix?
It's you have my dick.
Chronicles of Riddick.
Yeah, you did. And you know my brother like Danny.
Okay, I'll add it to the list. I have so much to watch now.
You didn't know what that.
Okay, can I have it back?
Yeah.
Can I have it back?
Having too much fun.
All right, go upstairs. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit.
No, what is it? What is the door?
Here, I'll see you in a little bit.
No, what is the door?
You want to see funny cat videos?
No, there.
Okay, go ask Callie. She can help you out.
No, right there.
Callie will help you. Go. Callie will help you. Or ask Riker. He can help you too. Tell me, hey, shut my door, please. Yeah. Okay.
We'll see what the invoice is for that guest spot.
Yeah. Probably 5 cookies.
Hey, I can afford that. Unless they're European cookies, then I can't afford that. Because the Canadian dollar's trash and the euro is not.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. So let's dive into some comments here because I know we had maybe like another half hour yet before we had to get going. So
yeah. Hello everyone. My goodness.
Yeah, hello everyone. All right. So first up, a while back we had Adam McGuire. Would you custom bind Chainsaw Man?
So Chainsaw Man, if I'm not mistaken, is a manga. If you want it, I mean, I've thought about the logistics of doing something like that in the past, and it's I feel like it would get very expensive because one volume is like 200 pages. I don't know. You could. I don't know if I would. I've never read the series. I don't know if it's good or not, but there's definitely some manga that I've bound. I have Death Note bound and Planets bound as well. There's definitely going to be more that I'm doing in the future, but maybe if like once Chainsaw Man is wrapped up, they do a box set for it that's like relatively cheap. It might be the price point might be worth it because you have to keep in mind it's about like $20 to $30 for a pretty bare bones bind. So if you're gonna try and squeeze 2 volumes in there, you're talking about $16 plus the 20 to 30. I don't know. It can get pretty pricey to bind manga that way, but it's possible. I don't know if I would. Never read the series. Sorry, Adam.
I've never even heard of it, so I can't even help you. Is American Gods hard to read? All I hear about is how it's hard to get into if you don't know mythology. I don't think so. I mean,
I don't think so.
I know a lot about mythology, but I don't think so. I think it's still pretty self-explanatory. I mean, they really kind of discuss who's what and does, you know what I mean? So I don't think you really have to know. You don't have to dive deep.
Yeah, I've only read the novel. I haven't started the graphic novel yet, but I didn't have any issues with the novel, and I'm no mythology buff, that's for sure.
Yeah. Ronald, looking good, Matt. Glad to see you back. Greetings from Honduras. Well, thank you, sir.
Greetings from Honduras. What a world.
Yeah, right. Is binding OHCs like deluxe hardcovers possible? Anything is possible.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, it might be kind of a bitch to break it down because a lot of times those are going to be probably sewn, so you got to like cut all the the sewing and stuff. So I mean it could be a bitch, but yeah, it's definitely possible.
Yeah, I agree.
I've seen people do it.
If you're lucky, you could probably find a bindery where they'll do all the dirty work of taking the deluxes apart, and then if you want to just tell them, hey, these 2 I want them in one, they could probably do it for the right price.
Paul says, finally got around to seeing the Suicide Squad yesterday, so I can watch Peacemaker tonight. Enjoy, sir. Enjoy. Gabriel, when I first started watching the channel, I didn't own any Omnis. I now have 7 on my bookshelf. Heck yeah.
Hell yeah. Welcome to the gang. And considering you only have 7 means you're fighting the FOMO, which is good on you, Gabriel.
And speaking of Gabriel, I got some of his stuff here that we can show off.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah, Gabriel did these wood burnings for us a while back. There's that one. Oh shit. There's that one. And they're magnets too. They have magnets on the back.
That's so cool, yeah.
He did our logo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he did a big version of our logo as well.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I should have sent those when I mailed you your other stuff. Should have snuck those in.
Yeah. Well, who knows what the customs guy would have charged me for that. You're importing American wood.
That's funny. All right. Good to see you both. Welcome.
Dude,
welcome.
That reminds me real quick. I also got slammed with more customs for the American Gods.
Yeah.
It was like $40. I was like, this is
Really?
insane. JP even puts a note in there saying like, hey, there's a distinction between this and a comic book where there are no advertisements in this, so you don't charge it the same way. But I don't know. Too much work to figure out if they followed that or not.
That sucks. I wonder how else because I've shipped books to like via eBay to like other countries, and I know like eBay figures out like I send it to like a local place here in the US, and then eBay takes care of it from there.
Right.
So I wonder if when eBay charges someone when they buy something, or I bought stuff from Canada and I didn't get hit with a cut. So I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I wonder if it's almost better to do like a private sale through eBay to avoid that stuff.
I have actually done that before because the shipping was telling me that it was going to be, I don't remember where I shipped it to, but it was going to be like super pricey. And they were like, can we do a like eBay sale? Because I was like, I don't care. Because that actually covers me, because once it gets to like the local eBay warehouse here in the US,
right.
If it gets damaged, lost, etc., I'm not responsible for it.
Right.
I'm just responsible for getting it to that warehouse. After that, I'm done. So it actually protects me as well.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, no, like let's do it. Protects me. I'm okay. So let's see. Gabriel's got Batman by Snyder Volume 1, nice. Justice League New 52, Aquaman by Johns, Deadpool's Beginnings, Minibus 2, Captain Marvel, and Dr. Aphra. Those are pretty good.
Yeah, good variety.
Dr. Aphra is so good.
Yeah.
I love Dr. Aphra. Dude, did you know that you have a Cosmic Ghost Rider sitting here at my house as well?
Oh, yeah.
Because remember, like I bought one for myself. So I had just bought one recently because I was like, well, I was like, it's like traded JP some stuff for a gift card. And I was like, well, you know, like Cosmic Ghost Rider's Frank Castle. So technically it goes with my Punisher book. So I was like, I kind of need it for my Punisher run. Plus, I did enjoy Cosmic Ghost Rider. So I was like, it's cool. I'll buy it. I get it. And then like I was sorting through stuff and putting up my books, and I was looking at books you got, and I see Cosmic Ghost Rider down there, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. You're like, I could have just reached out to him.
Yeah. But yeah, so you have Cosmic Ghost Rider sitting here as well.
Look at us now, both supporting Donny Cates' Marvel work.
Right.
Sellouts.
Only Ghost Rider.
Only Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Are you guys excited for the new Batman movie? Yeah, we kind of briefly touched on that, but yeah, I'm highly optimistic. I hope it'll be good.
There you go. Same.
A lot of people talking about the movies and shows. Ghostbusters Afterlife. Yes. Matt D, glad to see you guys back. Thank you, sir.
Nice to see you, Matt D.
Yeah, Swamp Thing is not on HBO Max.
Okay.
Dune at the IMAX was stunning.
Oh yeah. Beautiful movie.
Let's see. A lot of people talking about how Pattinson's okay. Killsar, Pattinson is an established, incredible actor. Everyone's citing Twilight doesn't watch films. See High Life, Feel Good, Tenet, etc. I'm not saying that he's not a good actor. I'm just saying I have a hard time differentiating him from the Twilight role, because that's what when you think of Pattinson, that's what you think of.
I had the same thought, and then I saw Tenet, and I thought, wow, Robert Pattinson did a fantastic job in this movie.
I have never seen Tenet because I kept hearing how I wanted to see Tenet very badly, but then everybody kept talking about how fucking stupid it was and confusing it was, so I just said screw it. I never watched it.
The last like 25% of the movie gets a little confusing, I'll say.
But up until that point,
up until then, it is phenomenal. And I saw it on a goddamn airplane TV. Like, that's the worst possible way you can watch any movie. and I thought it was fantastic.
I'll watch it then, because I did want to see it, and then I just kept getting trashed. I was like, I don't know if I want to waste my time then.
I mean, I enjoyed it.
Let's see. I think they're doing a bit of a Batman Beyond for the Batgirl movie, if it's true that Keaton is supposed to be her mentor. All right.
Yeah.
Killstar Pig was the second best film of the year, and Cage's best performance in a long time. Y'all should definitely watch it.
I do want to.
All right. I don't even know what I've heard of it, but I don't even know what it's about.
The only reason, so his truffle pig gets stolen, and the reason I thought the trailer was you should watch the trailer. I was crying laughing because at the end of the trailer it cuts to black and all you hear is Nick Cage say, "Who took my pig?" And you're like, bro, that is the funniest line ever, and it's so serious. You should. It looks like a great movie, no doubt, but it's probably funny for me in the sense that it's about a pig.
All right, I'll check it out.
It's about a truffle pig.
I sent off a handful of books to Haushin last week.
Nice.
Dope. I need to actually do that myself. I have a lot of stuff prepped and ready to go, and a lot more shit that I need to prep.
Yeah.
I have so much stuff. That's why it's here, the Custom Bind Part 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say we never officially announced it, but for anyone who's curious, it's kind of like the decade of the custom bind.
It's decade of the custom binds. That's what we've decided. The guy, Mike, what are you drinking?
I am being a Canadian today. Listen, this bottle was well started when I got around to, but it's just Crown Royal. Handle of it. Yeah, it's Canadian whiskey.
I can't do liquor. I can only do beer.
Fair enough.
I can't do it. Makes me mean. That Batgirl flick is insta fail. I don't know, man. I think that, especially if they nailed that costume, I have high hopes. Gabriel, I hope going to a Comic-Con in Virginia next month for my birthday. Sweet. Jerry Conway is going to be there, and I might have him sign my Captain Marvel Omnibus. That's awesome, man.
It's a serious legend, Jerry Conway.
Yes, he is. Oh, BJ wants to get his NSYNC doll signed by Fatone. Bye.
Yeah.
Comic Bound. I can't stay because it's 2 a.m. here, but just wanted to say it's great to see you guys are back with the live chats. I'll check out the replay tomorrow.
Thank you for tuning in when you did. 2 a.m., man.
That would be 6 hours ahead of me. So that would be, what, UK maybe? I'm trying to guess where he's from.
Could be, yeah. I mean, Comic Bound was in bed, got a notification that he had set to loud always saying THC has gone live.
He wakes up, jumps on to leave a comment. He's like, I know what I'm watching at work tomorrow.
How funny would it be if we delete the replay? He's like, it was a dream. It was all just a dream.
That'd be fucked. James Stewart, I've been thinking of diving into Punisher Max. I recommend it, man. Amazing Asian, gotta go. Great seeing you're doing well, Matt. Love to see the live streams are back. Catch the replay up. See, Mike as well.
Buddy, yeah. We went on early. We came on early for once.
Yes, we did.
It is a Sunday. So
Manny Ennis is hit or miss. His Punisher is so to trash. I disagree.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Everybody each has their own opinion, but that boy Steve. It's the bros. What up? What are we smoking tonight? I'm not anything because I still have children that are wide awake. If you guys didn't see earlier, so
yeah, I'm desperately pulling on the fumes of what's probably an empty pen right now. So there's a little bit in there, a little bit.
Super laugh hard. Happy New Year, dudes. It's good to see you both.
Happy New Year, yeah.
Happy New Year.
I mean, if we're going to follow Larry David's logic, you're well past the cutoff, but hey.
JT Gamer, we have no power. Well, that's
unfortunate,
good,
yeah. Well, how are you watching? Oh, I guess on the phone.
On cell phone, yeah. Jesus, after reading The Woods, I really want to pick up Something Is Killing the Children.
Tiny's indie work is some of the best comic book work you'll read, period.
That is very true. Tiny Onion rules.
Yeah, the Tiny Onion is the king.
Matt, help. We have no power.
Oh, boy.
I'll entertain you, sir. That's about all I'm good for.
I'm glad I'm not wrapped in on this. It's just you, man.
10th anniversary edition of American Gods on audio is great, too. Full cast. Really want that slipcase edition. Like on Audible, like kind of similar to like the Sandman. They did like a full cast of American Gods. I
Neil
might have to listen to
Gaiman.
that if that's the case. That'd be cool.
Neil Gaiman must be just swimming in money like Scrooge McDuck at this point. I mean, he can hit anything he writes turns into gold.
Yep. And the Sandman season 1 on Netflix is dropping this year.
That's right.
And season 2 or whatever you want to call it, episode 2, season 2 or whatever of Sandman's Audible podcast dropped, the audiobook. Man. Matt D, was there a printing error with the American Gods book? I don't think so. Not to my knowledge there wasn't. I hope not.
I will do the research.
Because I absolutely love my book, and I hope there's really not. I think a good example of modern comic art from a superhero stuff would be the current Moon Knight run by McKay.
Who's doing art on that?
I've only read the first issue, and then I kind of fell off. I forgot that it was honestly coming out. I need to play catch up on that one.
I mean,
I did dig the first issue, though. I like the first issue a lot.
Okay. In terms of modern comic art, I mean, I know they're like Dan Mora's doing Detective Comics here and there.
Dan Mora, dude, I fell in love with that guy after Once and Future.
Yeah. Oh, he's doing Detective Comics, man. Who else? Ryan Otley's doing The Hulk, which must be a fun book to look at the very least. Yeah. I don't even know what's happening at Marvel anymore. Like, I just don't even know what they're doing. With their characters or anything. I'm just so out of the loop. I have no interest in getting back into the loop.
I just have so much stuff to read from like back in the day and reread and bind that I don't have the time to like. I discovered I have way too many hobbies, but they're all things that I love doing. So it's like I got to find time for everything.
Yeah.
And so it's difficult. And so I'm like, I got enough shit to read. I don't need to add more onto my list.
Yeah.
I'll add like Jeff Lemire shit and stuff. Speaking of, did you hear that Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino are coming back with a new horror book?
Yes, sir. I did hear that.
I
God
think
bless us, everyone.
I remember reading a little thing about it today, and I can't remember. Did it say it was going to be like an anthology or something? But I don't remember what they said it was going to be now. But yeah, they're teaming back up for a new like horror book, and I was like, "Oh shit, that'll be exciting."
Those two guys, I think, are going to work together very often because they did Green Arrow back in the day. That was like a decade ago at this point. New 52. Then they did Gideon Falls, which was just, that's going to be a classic one day. They did Primordial, which was a mini series at Image, 6 issues, I think. And yeah, now they're doing the next one. I mean, Jeff Lemire he's not stopping. The Wizard is hard at work. The Wizard does not stop.
Yeah, the Wizard doesn't stop. Comic Bound. I heard American Gods had a misprint where one page is duplicated, resulting in a missing page.
Ooh.
Oh, that sucks. I'll have to double check because I read it all digitally before I bought it, so I'll have to double check.
That sucks. Imagine making that beautiful book.
Yeah, that would blow. It's all right though. I don't mind. It's still beautiful. This channel is the reason I started custom binding 2000 AD and Judge Dredd.
Woo. Oh, dude, Judge Dredd custom binding. That's a task. That's a task.
It is. I recently, like in the last 2 years, got into just Judge Dredd comics. So obviously, I know it's almost sacrilege to say because of what it is, but I truly loved, even for all the corniness, the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd movie, right? Like I saw it when I was like 12 and I loved it. And so, but I didn't really know much about Judge Dredd as a character, the comics or anything like that. So about 2 years ago, I really started kind of going into a deep dive of Judge Dredd.
Right.
Holy shit. Like,
yeah,
you want to talk about a never ending whirlpool of books. Like, that is insane. The amount of Judge Dredd that is out there and all the different styles and books and everything else. I was like, I can't keep up on all of this stuff. So I just ended up reading the IDW run. That was it. Bloodshot Dwayne
Straczynski.
Is he the one that wrote the Judge Dredd for IDW?
He did, in 2000 something, yeah, that's right.
That was a great run.
It
I
was, yeah.
thoroughly enjoyed those books, but everybody's like, no, you got to read like the 2000 AD Judge Dredd, and I'm like, I don't disagree with you.
Yeah,
but that's a lot of Judge Dredd.
decades of Judge Dredd, half a century of Judge Dredd.
Yeah, it's a lot of Judge Dredd.
Yeah. So real quick. So the Jeff Lemire, Andrea Sorrentino project is called the Bone Orchard Mythos.
That's it.
And it's going to be a shared horror universe. So multiple titles, all within the same universe, potentially through Image.
Is it all going to be Lemire and Sorrentino, or is it going to be like other writers and artists and stuff as well?
That's what I wonder. I can't imagine. I know Sorrentino is a beast when it comes to working, but the first thing they're doing. Okay, Sorrentino confirmed that he's already several pages into The Passageway, and that both 10,000 Black Feathers and Tenement have already been plotted. This is crazy. They're doing, but he's doing all of it.
Well, if they're doing all of it, then that'll be dope.
The team plans to release at least 2 new titles each year for the next several years. I mean, good for them. Hey, I'm not complaining. I love Andrea Sorrentino's artwork. Jeff Lemire can do no wrong. I mean,
that'll be good stuff.
Ooh, Hellboy.
For someone interested in starting to collect Hellboy, would you recommend skipping the library hardcovers in favor of custom binding the recent softcover Omni box set? I've been made aware that the mapping of the Omnibus trade paperbacks are superior, and I'm not married to an. Oh, in that case, go with the trade paperback softcovers.
Yeah,
because yes, the mapping of those are more accurate for reading than the library editions are.
Mm-hmm.
And they're also more affordable. Rather than collecting 7 library editions, you can get the 4 Omnis for like a fraction of the price. And then you can rip them apart, custom bind them, do whatever the hell you want, design your own, make them look gorgeous. I mean, the options are endless when it comes to that. So
yeah,
I personally had the library editions at one point in time. I got rid of those. I actually now have the Hellboy. I actually bought the box set, the 4 omnibus box set. I got them through our boy JP. I also got the Joe Hill House box set as well.
You did?
Oh yeah,
nice.
Yeah, I got that. I don't remember, back in October whenever it dropped.
Dude.
Yeah, I got the Joe Hill House comics box set.
Bind that bad boy or what? What are we talking about here?
I'm debating.
Is it a nice box set?
It is, because it comes with a cool slipcase, and so I'm like, do I leave? So that's the problem. I'm like, do I leave it, or do I custom bind it and pray that maybe I can still, if I bind them all into like 1 or 2, maybe I can still fit it into
That's
there?
what I was thinking. So I'm thinking the same thing with my Batman by Snyder box sets. I almost wonder, maybe I can try this as a guinea pig and you can see what you do afterwards. But I was almost thinking, since I've gone to Lehman in person, I would almost take it there and say, hey, these slipcases came with these. I'm doing a 1-to-1. So whatever was in the box set is going to go into a bind. Do you think we can make this happen? What do I need to do? Do I need to get rid of the bonus content? I'll get rid of the bonus content. I don't need variant covers in the back if it means I can put a custom bind in a slipcase. Are you joking?
The only problem that I could foresee, like you said, cutting out the stuff you don't need would make sense to make it a little bit thinner to compensate for the boards,
right?
But the height, because it's going to be slightly taller.
You're right. So there's probably no chance.
That's the only thing that I could see being a problem, is the height.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think that's anything you can change.
Yeah,
it'd be an awkward bind if they cut the board to height. It'd be a very awkward bind.
Yep.
Damn.
A lot of people commenting when Kaisley showed up. Adorable guest appearance. Wife and I have 4 daughters, 24 to 31. I have 4 kids as well. 2 boys, 2 girls, ages 3, which you guys all met, up to 13. Yeah, 13. So which one of you would appreciate a custom bound Judge Dredd the most? Mike?
I think both of us.
Yeah.
I mean,
I actually debated doing it until I learned how insane that universe is.
Yeah.
because I actually was gonna do it. I was gonna buy all the trade paperback case files, and then when I saw how many there were and how deep it goes and all
like
that, I was like,
30 of them.
I'm like, that's a lot of work.
It is.
Like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But no, I would love a Judge Dredd set. Like I said, I really started to get into the Judge Dredd comic world about 2 years ago. Prior to that, I wasn't that big into the comics, but
I wonder if IDW still has printing rights, because maybe one day they'll get around to doing something like, I mean, they've done it for G.I. Joe, they've done it for Transformers, where they've gone back in time.
I don't know, because I heard that IDW is losing a lot of licenses. I don't know about Judge Dredd, but I think they're losing G.I. Joe. I think they're losing Transformers.
I'm worried about IDW.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are.
Damn.
However, I've never really read, so obviously I love Sonic the Hedgehog, the game, as a kid playing on Sega, but I've never read the comics. But I will say this: those IDW hardcover collections of Sonic the Hedgehog, they were releasing them just like they did G.I. Joe, Transformers, TMNT, etc. It looks pretty sweet, dude. I almost want to buy myself a Sonic the Hedgehog deluxe hardcover just because it looks so awesome. But I don't know if the stories are any good. I have no idea.
Imagine it's Alex Milne doing artwork.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. Every hair is drawn.
She is a bit young for Riddick. Saga or Something is Killing the Children. So I'll start.
Yeah.
The problem with this is, one, Sagas ran for 50 issues. Something's Killing the Children is only ran for like 15.
26, I think now.
Oh yeah, but 15 is all you can get in the hardcover. Yes. Okay. So I've only read the first 15 because I've only read what was collected in the hardcover. You said there's 26 out?
Something 23 or 26.
I know what I'm doing tonight.
Catching up.
But that being said, I'm judging based off like the first 15 issues of each book, because that's really all I've read. So I'm judging it based off of the first 15 issues of each book. I would have to say Something is Killing the Children if I'm judging it off the first 15 issues. As far as Saga goes, I think I've only read the first 30-ish, and then I kind of fell off for some reason. I don't remember why. It was a couple years ago now. I don't remember why I fell off reading it. Something happened, and I just never got back into it. But I gotta go Something is Killing the Children. I did enjoy Saga from what I read, but it didn't grab me as much as I know it's grabbed other people.
Okay. If I had to do first 15 issues, I think I'd still go with Saga. I love Something is Killing the Children, but Saga just had like this little magic to it, and maybe it's at this point, because I read it a few years ago, there's probably a lot of little like nostalgia kicking in and memories of how awesome life was back then. But fantastic news. Saga's coming back. I think in March it starts back up again, which is just I don't think most of us, I think most people who read Saga didn't think it was coming back. I know Fiona and Brian were saying for a long time that it was going to come back, but it just wasn't coming back. And now it is. And this little young man's dream is coming true.
There you go. A little bit of opinions. That's what I thought too. Manny says Saga. Benjamin Lyons, what? Hi guys, good to see you.
What up, Benjamin?
Mike, what do you use to read your comics digitally? I know living in Canada, we have some limitations with what we have access to. Really? That's bullshit.
Well, I think Marvel Unlimited's not a thing here.
Really?
Yeah, and DC Universe or whatever it's called, that's not a thing here either.
Holy shit, dude! Yeah. You guys are getting effed in the A.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's discrimination if we're all going to be on the nose here. I mean, no, it's probably some licensing crap for DC and Marvel, but I mean, Comixology Unlimited, you can usually at the very least get the first trade paperback of a series. I don't know. I almost sometimes wonder if I Googled something like read comics online or something like that, if there would be a link I could use. I don't know. It might not be legal, but like if there was a website like that, that would be sick. Like readcomicsonline.li, I think, or something like
or
that would be really, or
TO,
.to. It would be so
or
sick if something like that existed, but I haven't heard of anything like that. So
yeah, there's another one that would be really cool if I remember correctly. I had a dream once, and I was like, this will be really cool if this existed. And I think it was like viewcomics.me.
oh, nice.
Yeah, and I was like, I should create that, and then I never got around to it.
Yeah.
So
And then like if
don't take my idea.
If I was looking into like a website where people could download comics for free, I would almost try something like Get Comics, or something like that. But
Yeah,
anyway,
Google's a wonderful tool.
Comixology Unlimited, Matt D. That's our answer.
Is House of X Powers of X a good jumping on point for X-Men? My only X-Men knowledge previously are the movies in the 90s cartoon. Any previous reading I should get around to?
I mean, I personally read Hoxpox, and all I had read before that was Grant Morrison's stint on X-Men and like Astonishing X-Men. So whatever that's worth. I mean, yeah, I think you could. Like Jonathan Hickman introduces a lot of characters, and he sort of gets you familiar with a lot of characters that you might not be familiar with, and I think he does a good job of it. So I'd recommend that, but I'll always recommend Grant Morrison's X-Men run because it's Grant Morrison. So
yeah, Astonishing X-Men was pretty good too, but no, I feel like you could really jump into Hoxpox without knowing anything. They do a good job of explaining what you do need to know.
Yeah.
And they kind of create their own new world, so it's not really something that you need to. No, I think you'd be all right jumping right into it. Hickman set it up in a way that it's new reader friendly, and I think that was done for a reason. Mike, you have good taste with your drinks.
Thank you. I'm a big fan of whiskey. I haven't tried too many of them, but one day I'll get around to doing tastings.
Tenet was incredible.
There you go.
Fuck, man. Now I got all this shit I gotta watch now. I just got my new Xbox, and now I got all these fucking
Me too.
I've been binging fucking Sopranos. Because
Nice.
get this. I have never seen the Sopranos. I mean, I have now, but previously to like a month ago,
Really?
I had never seen the Sopranos.
Wow. Phenomenal, right?
Which is amazing to me because I love mafia movies like Goodfellas, Godfather, Bronx. Like I love that kind of shit, right? But I've never seen the Sopranos. And everybody kept talking about how good it was, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, fuck it. So like 3 weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, I started watching Sopranos. I am now 2 episodes away from it ending. I've watched 84 episodes in the last 3 weeks.
So good.
And so I have 2 episodes left, and I'm like, wow. Fuck, I'm gonna.
You got Saints of Newark. You got Saints of Newark
I still got that, but I heard that wasn't that good.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
But yeah, so I've got 2 episodes to go, which I was gonna watch tonight and just get it over with and pull the Band-Aid and get that done. Well, because like 3 months ago, I binged watched all of Lucifer on Netflix. Like all 6 seasons of Lucifer on Netflix. That's another really good show.
Yeah. I gotta watch that.
But yeah, so I got 2 episodes left of Sopranos. And then I was like, well, fuck, now I need another show that I'm gonna start binge watching after the Sopranos is done. So now I'm like, do I go back and I watch The Wire? Because everybody keeps talking about how amazing The Wire
I've heard amazing things, yeah.
And I've only seen like the first 5 episodes or something like that. And so I'm like, do I go watch The Wire? Do I watch what was the other one that everybody kept saying I needed to watch? Fuck, I don't remember what the other one was now. Oh, I was gonna go back and rewatch Oz because I've only watched like the first 2 seasons of Oz, like when it was first coming out. So it's been like 20 something years since I've seen it. And I'm like, shit, should I go watch Oz? What should I watch? So now I'm like torn. I gotta find a show to watch.
Dude, there's a show on Netflix called Midnight Mass.
Yes, I love it.
Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah.
Dude, that show, wow. I was blown away by that show.
No, it was really good.
Incredible.
Because I love the guy that did it, Mike something. I don't remember his name now. He also did like Haunting on Hill House and all those other ones.
Love that. Yep.
I love all those shows. All those shows are great. And So when I heard Midnight Mass is coming out, I was like, I'll check it out, dude. I loved it. I thought it was really well done.
So good.
Super Laughing. I'm in Edinburgh and it's 2:45 a.m. You gotta love THC.
Bless your heart, sir.
So now it's 3:07 there because that was a while ago.
Wow. That is
Natish Dang, sup y'all? Time here. Welcome. Newsflash: Garth Ennis is writing a new Punisher mini. He is?
There you go. You're gonna have a Jason Aaron, Garth Ennis little compendium once you custom bind those bad
That'd
boys.
Be all right, dude. Oh my god. What do y'all feel about, dude, you just gave me a heart on with this idea.
Yeah.
What do y'all feel about a DC doing a straight horror film with the Spectre as the main character? If done right, it sounds like, dude.
Let's get the guy who did Midnight Mass and Haunting of Hill House. Get him on a Spectre series.
I will start a Kickstarter. We will fund this shit. I am a massive Spectre fan. I love the Spectre. Dude, that just made my wiener wiggle. Like, I really want to see that now.
I think I think a lot of people would love that.
Let's get rid of the Spawn horror that and let's replace it with Spectre. Let's do that. I think that would be sick.
Yeah.
Oh, JT's now asking for your help, Mike. Help.
Well, all the way from Canada. Let me. I'll get the polar bears to head over, JT.
Gerald, glad to see you guys. Hello, Gerald.
Thank you. Hello.
Comic Bound, you guessed it. I'm in the UK, closer to 3 a.m. now, and I'm still here. I keep telling myself 2 more minutes. And that was written, let's see, like almost 25 minutes ago. So it makes me wonder if
I've seen recent comments. I've seen recent.
Still on? Yeah. Is he still on?
Comic Bound is hitting the anti-snooze.
Weed for life. I'm new to comics. I love Spider-Man and Venom and TMNT and Hulk and Batman and X-Men. If I wanted to start collecting from the first issue from a new run, where do I start?
Well, if you're trying to do single issues, most of those series will be very tough. You could probably get Kate's Venom #1, maybe. I don't know. Any #1's tough to get nowadays because scalpers are still out there.
You could probably get like a lot of the Rebirth Batman and Detective runs. I was able to score those just last year fairly inexpensively, and I had them all custom bound now, and they're beautiful and they look great on my shelf. But otherwise I would say trade paperbacks would be the way to go, or deluxe hardcovers, you know, like the TMNT deluxe hardcovers. I got them all right here. I got 1 through 12. I haven't gotten 13 yet, but I got all those over here. Those are great. I'd recommend buying collected editions. I'm just not a big singles guy to begin with, I guess.
I agree. It's an easier way to go. They include tie-ins usually as well, so you're getting a full story. I mean, it's a real rabbit hole once you start trying to go for a single series in general.
On Audible, yes, not like Sandman, but each character has their own voice actor.
Cool,
dude. I'm down. Gabe, I did some wood burnings of Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, and Daredevil that are about the sizes of your THC wall hangers. Oh, that's cool. Comic Bound, he's in England, the Midlands.
We're on our way.
Matt D, by the way, thank you guys so much for Matt D was our Patreon winner. Thank you so much for the gift card this month. I'm having trouble deciding what book I want to get, looking at a few DC Omnis right now. Very, very cool. Mike, we actually need to discuss if we want to continue the Patreon. The reason I say that is because you and I take nothing from it. We give straight back to the listeners, to the followers. But the problem is that with the new tax law in the US that is going into effect,
it's considered income.
It's now going to be considered income. And I don't want to pay taxes on it because we don't even take anything from it. It goes straight. It doesn't even benefit us.
It goes back.
We need to figure out what we want to do.
It sounds like the Patreon's over. I mean,
we'll have to
we'll have to look into the money.
Speaking of the great Jeff Lemire, I'm excited for the Black Label Swamp Thing title.
Dude, Doug Monkey on Swamp Thing. Black Label Jeff Lemire writing. I mean, I wish it was more than 3 issues. I really wish it was more than 3 issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but
Number 1 of Hawk the Slayer by Garth Ennis and Henry Flynn has just been released in the UK.
Hey, that might be a sleeper hit right there.
Yeah, it sounds interesting.
Hawk the Slayer. All right.
I'll send you some cool custom dreads. I have many spare issues or progs as they are known. Oh, all right.
Send physically or via email. Our email is is the hardcover comic.
My physical address is 12.
I live at.
I'll send you both some custom Judge Dredd highlights.
Okay.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
Nico, me and my girlfriend love your Hidden Gem series. Are you planning on doing more in the near future?
Nico, I have about 3 dozen series on Comixology that I've got on my list. The problem is I've been too busy. I've got a handful of videos I'm planning now that I'll be releasing over the next couple weeks. But we'll see what comes out of it. I mean, there's definitely a Vertigo Hidden Gem series that I wanted to do. Another one for Boom as well, but it's tough to find time to give enough time towards a series where I actually fully read it and I give honest thoughts about it, because I don't want to just half-ass it and just be like, oh yeah, I read Wilderlands by whoever and it was fun and I enjoyed it. I want to give like a detailed review of it so that there's enough information for a new reader to get into it. Hopefully soon I'll have time for that. I'm currently hunting for a house, which has been stupidly time consuming in the Canadian real estate market, which is on crack right now, is the only way I can say it. Is that drugs illegal in Canada, and yet somehow the real estate market is on it and no one's doing anything about it, especially not Pretty Boy Trudeau. So we'll see. I'm hopeful though. I'm hopeful.
Yeah, I haven't done one in a while. I think the last one I did was like the one where I discussed Birthright and Shirtless Bear Fighter and those ones.
Yeah. It's tough because you're the same way, because you don't want to just say, hey, this is a good, like, there are serious hidden gems out there that we know about. It's maybe been a few years since we've read them.
Yeah, and I have a hard time remembering shit I read 2 months ago, let alone
right. Yeah, ago. You almost have to read it within the week and then do the video.
Yes.
And even then you're like, oh, I forgot about that thing.
That is a huge, that's one of the downfalls for me of videos. I almost need to start taking notes as I read to remind myself of things.
Yep. Yeah, that helps. As weird as it is for a hobby YouTube channel, I was taking notes at one point about series I was reading. I was like, I really want to read the next issue, but I should jot down some notes about this the series so far.
Yeah, I think I might need to start doing that. I think that'll help out. Steno Bro, hey guys, new to the hobby. So far I'm into a lot of Garth Ennis stuff. Just wondering if the Crossed series with a small publisher like Avatar will ever be released in a collected edition.
I doubt it.
The only way that I would foresee him doing that is if they ever did like a Kickstarter or something like that.
GoFundMe or something.
Yeah, but I can't. A lot of times that's the only way a lot of those indie titles like that get published, like Curse Words and God Hates Astronauts and all those ones. Those were all done via Kickstarter. So Kickstarter would really be the way to go, but I don't know if Ennis has ever done a Kickstarter. Do you know?
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Yeah.
I feel like Cross made enough money over the time as well.
If I live in Canada, if you pay for a VPN, you can access DC.
That's true.
2080 online, the home of Dread, have plenty of free digital comics available. Oh, that's good to know.
There you go. Yeah. Thank you.
That's fair. For me, I love Saga and Something's Killing the Children, but Saga is a little bit better because I like the characters better.
Understandable. Hey, Marcos. Can't hate Marcos.
Everyone needs to read Blink by Dan Abnett.
Good to know. It's going on the to read list.
Yeah, I do like Dan Abnett. Sopranos is amazing. It is. I got 2 episodes left. So weird. Oh, well, that must have been an epic binge. It was. It's been a lot of fun. I've been watching like late at night when everybody goes to bed. I'll binge like 3 or 4 episodes a night. You are a trooper for going through all that. Must feel weird when it's done. I'll know later tonight. I'm gonna have to find a new show. I just finished binging The Sopranos a couple of weeks ago. Must be like the 3rd or 4th time I've seen it. Incredible how well it holds up. Yeah, no, it's actually really good. Like, cause I'm watching it now, and it was 98 to 2007 or whatever it was. Like, it holds up really well.
When's that comment from? Because Comic Bound 100% was hitting the anti.
This one was from 11 minutes ago.
Bless your heart, Comic Bound. Glad you're with us.
Check out Gangs of London if you want some cool gangster fun. Comic Bound again. The Wire is on the same level as Sopranos. I've also probably seen that 4 times by now. It's a must watch. Yeah, I was watching the Wire, and then my wife walked in at one point, and she's like, "What are you watching?" And I go, "The Wire on HBO." And it was like during a scene where it was pretty graphic, pretty graphic language was being used and thrown around, and my wife's like, and I was like, fine. And then I just haven't got back on it. I need to though. Matt, on a related note, the new Godfather trilogy 4Ks will be screening theatrically next month, including the Godfather 3 redo. Oh shit, that'll be cool. Because I actually just bought a brand new 4K TV for my office and a Xbox Series X so I can have 4K. So I might need to get that on 4K now.
Yeah.
I did buy the Karate Kid trilogy on 4K.
Nice.
Dude, it surprisingly looks so good. Like, I was actually kind of shocked. I'm like, this movie was in 84. Like, I'm blown away how good it looks. Watched a video of yours on Black Hammer. Curious about your current thoughts.
Norton Radius, give me some time. I think the other remaining library editions are at Matt's place right now, so I don't have access to them. And as much as I'd love to ship them to Canada, I don't want that broker grinning and playing with their fingers like what's that dude from The Simpsons? Mr. Burns. I don't want him Mr. Burnsing or her Mr. Burnsing. Me having to pay another $150 to import a couple Black Hammer books.
Yeah, it's not good. Couldn't sleep. Joined from the Netherlands. Enjoy your videos.
Wow, we're so international, crazy, right? Man.
I know it's wild. Like some schmucks from Canada and US, and like it's pretty crazy. Gabriel,
the EU joining.
I did those wood burnings of those characters to trade for an omnibus on Facebook. It has not. Oh, that sucks,
man.
That's good.
Unfortunate.
I'm working on custom binds for the Demon and Hitman by Ennis. I have the Hitman binds all done. I got those a while back, and then Mike did.
I have the Demon. Yeah, here you go.
A really amazing dust jacket. So Mike's got the Demon, and I need to do the Demon. I have the first trade paperback. I need to get the second so I can bind it.
Love that series. So much fun.
Cover by Bendis and Mac is very good, and I think it's going to be an HBO show. I've never heard of that one.
That's probably one of those like minis he did.
Yeah, that's very possible. When does Saga start getting really good? It's difficult for me to get into because I'm not a big fan of the genre or the art, but I want to give it a chance as it's on everyone's. I felt the same way, so I can't answer that because I was kind of on the same boat.
I mean, I personally enjoyed it from issue 1, so maybe somewhere in the middle of that, issue 15.
As of 2 minutes ago, I'm still here. I shouldn't be. I have work in the morning. Well, it's technically is the morning, so in a few hours. So they work in a few hours, and they're still hanging out.
When you wake up in the morning and you go to work and they ask why you're so tired today, just say THC, and they'll be like, "You're fired."
Have you guys ever finished the Walking Dead comic?
No.
Our boy Red did.
Yeah, I haven't even finished the show. I mean, I don't know what happens with it.
I've seen like the first 6 seasons, and then I kind of fell off. But
yeah,
no, I haven't. What I would like though, because I know they're redoing them now in color. It'd be amazing if they released those like in a hardcover format in color.
Yeah.
Especially if they do it like, I don't know, like in those big, like oversized, like libraries.
Yeah,
that would be sick.
Yeah.
The Wire is TV for grown-ups. Makes everything else seem like simply entertainment. What are your thoughts on Noctera? From what I've read, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Likewise, I only read the first trade paperback.
I think that's all I've read too.
It was a series that I was planning on potentially binding, but I figured it's Scott Snyder, Tony Daniel, gotta be deluxes one day.
You'd think.
Yeah.
It's awesome seeing you guys again. Hope it happens again soon. Good night. Later, Jesus.
Jesus, see you, man. Absolutely. I hope it does as well.
Understood. Want anyone, Mr. Burnsing my books?
Yeah.
Mike, where are you at in Canada? I'm in the West. GTA snowstorm.
I'm in the GTA as well. I actually currently live pretty close to downtown on the East End, so yeah, it's going to be a wild day. I told Matt prior to starting the live stream that the Canadian government's warning against a snowstorm, so you know it's going to be a problem because we're used to some pretty crazy weather here.
Yeah, they told us we were supposed to get like 3 to 5 inches the other day, and we got like an inch. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I think we're looking at I don't know how many inches it is. I shouldn't even try guessing. A foot of snow, maybe.
Is GTA the Greater Toronto Area?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm good. All right. Catching up on the stream. Avatar's Kickstarter for Providence and Neonomicon hardcovers seem to do really well. I could see Avatar doing it for Cross. Well, there you go.
Fingers crossed.
At Matt and Mike have another custom binding question. Do either of you happen to know whether the more Swamp Thing paperbacks have superior paper to the hardcovers? I'm considering customs in anticipation of the eventual. Funny you say that because I actually custom bound those using the trade paperbacks.
Yeah.
I personally love the paper that are in the trade paperbacks.
Yeah.
You
get the original coloring too.
Yeah, and it gives you that really nice newsprinty kind of feel, and I love it. It's not quite newspaper; it's like thicker than that, but it's that older feel, and I love it though. My customs, they read so incredibly well. I love it. So personally, I highly recommend custom binding them.
If you're not a big stickler for oversized artwork, usually custom binding is the way to go.
Oh, here's the second part of his question. Official omnis, including the absolute recolorings. Yeah, so I highly suggest the custom binding route. That's just me.
I personally didn't mind the recolorings. I thought the absolute size was fantastic, but if you're on a budget, you don't want to waste money. If the trade paperbacks are way cheaper, get those.
Yeah, the trade paperbacks are a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Matt, have you started reading Batman 89? Thoughts? So I read the first issue and I was super excited, like beyond excited, right? Batman 89 was really my first foray into the world of Batman as a 7-year-old, and I loved it. And so I was very excited for this comic. I read the first issue and I was highly disappointed.
Yeah.
I had a very hard time with it. I don't know if it was the writing or what it was. I need to read more though, because sometimes a first issue they're kind of finding their footing and things like that. So it's really hard to judge an entire run or anything on one issue. So I really need to read more. But going strictly based off the first issue, I wasn't a fan. I was hoping for more, and I don't know what. It just didn't do it for me. Image and Kirkman have already confirmed that the color issues of The Walking Dead will never be collected in any form, which is why we have custom binds.
I don't believe it. I don't buy it. But hey, you never know.
Do you need to finish Dark Knight's Metal to get into Tiny Onion's Batman run?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. You don't even need to read Tom King's run to get into Tinian's Batman. No.
But I highly recommend it just because it's that good. I like Tom King's.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
Good to know about the Swamp Thing trades. Yeah, man.
Yeah, anytime.
So sorry for so many. Oh, it's fine. We like questions. Have you guys finished Invincible? Oh, sir,
dude,
you must be new to the channel. No,
yeah.
No, Mike and I, we used to do a podcast a handful of years ago with 2 other guys called 4 Guys in a Comic. Don't look it up. It's okay. But we constantly were talking about Invincible and the books and trying to get one of our guys, Rusty, to actually read it. And after like forever of coaxing him into it, he finally read all 125 issues. 125, right? 150?
127.
127. Okay. He finally read it. Yeah, no, Invincible, the comic, is phenomenal. I have all 12 deluxes. They were actually a gift from our good friend JP. He knew that I was just
JP from Organic Price
yes,
Books,
Organic
our
Price
sponsor.
Books.
THC2 is the promo code. You get $2 off.
Every
THC2.
order.
And it helps us out a little bit. So
yeah, it
much
does.
appreciated.
It helps us to get new books to review and things like that. So
keep the content going. Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, no, I was just gonna get the 3 compendiums and then custom bind them, much like Mike has done. And JP ended up just sending me as a gift one day all 12 of the deluxes. So I was like, oh shit. So I actually have all 12 now. But yeah, no, it's a phenomenal series. Absolutely love Invincible. The show was also really great. It's a little bit different from the comic. It's not like 100% like the exact same, which is cool because you're kind of getting 2 different viewpoints, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
But no, they're both absolutely incredible. I love them both. Huge Ryan Otley fan. Highly recommend them.
Yeah. I absolutely love Invincible. It's I mean, it's probably the greatest superhero comic of all time, and I love All-Star Superman, but I mean, Invincible is just, I'll never stop recommending it. Never.
Yeah, Invincible's great. Mike, do you think the Silver Snail is the best source for in-person shopping? Do you know of any better in Toronto? Beguiling has a lot, but their prices are bad and they are moving to Vax Passport.
Vax Passport to go into a comic shop?
What the hell does that even mean? Oh, you have to show your vaccine card?
Yeah. Yeah. That's not even following regulations. That's just weird. Yeah, I will say, regardless of the Vax Passport, Silver Snail, in my experience, I've only been in downtown Toronto for half a year at this point. Silver Snail is definitely the best place to go. It's even been the best place anytime prior to living in Toronto. If I was in Toronto, I would drop by Silver Snail. I also recommend Altered States Comics in Mississauga. If you're ever in the area, I love that place. Those dudes are awesome. And they have very fair pricing. I think they do US cover price, which for a comic shop on hardcovers is
still a lot.
It's fair because it's a significant difference at this point. Like, I was looking at the American Gods hardcover. It's like 120 US cover price and like
125
and like 163 Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big difference when you're actually paying at the store for a hardcover.
Yep. Justigard, there is no way in hell Image won't collect the color Walking Dead. It's a free license to print money. They may not do it soon, but they will.
I suspect that's true.
Gabriel, what about the Superman 78 miniseries? I have not read that one yet. I need to. I will. I haven't done it yet though. But again, I have high hopes. I loved the Superman movies from the 70s. I love Christopher Reeves, the Superman. That was the Superman I grew up with. So I will definitely be checking it out and hoping that it's good. We'll see.
Pretty good.
Would you prefer your custom dreads with the original black and white art or color reprints? I can actually do both.
This is not even a bluff at this point.
No. Personally, I like color. I know it's almost blasphemous to say about a book that was meant to be in black and white. But I don't know what it is, man. Yeah. I just love color.
I think for the sake of getting the original experience, I'd say black and white. But at this point, if there's even a potential offer of free custom binds on the table, hey, I ain't gonna complain. If you send me a custom bind of ads, I'll take it, as long as you pay that broker at custom.
It's just a bunch of ads.
It's just a bunch of Got Milk ads.
It's all I used to have a Batman Got Milk poster in my bedroom. But here's the thing: I was 19. I was 19.
Like, yeah, I wish I could put milk on someone.
Well,
yeah,
no, like me and my buddy. So there was 4 of us. There was 4 of us guys that lived in a 2-bedroom apartment, and so like the one dude slept out in the living room. Our one buddy had his own room because he paid for most of the stuff, and then me and my other best friend, who I've known for like 30 years, we shared a bedroom, and we were being funny, and we're like, "What should we put up in our room?" So I put up a Batman Got Milk poster, But the art was epic. Like that's the thing though. Like I don't remember who did the artwork, but the art was gorgeous. But then he had like a milk mustache, but it was a chocolate milk mustache because he was the Dark Knight.
Well, yeah.
And then we also had a Dixie Chicks Got Milk poster. And so that one was, I don't know why, dude. We were 19. It was funny. I don't know, but
I wonder if there are kids now who have put up posters because DC has put a lot of ads in their books where it's like Superman and Wonder Woman standing apart, and there's like an arrow in between them saying "Stay 6 feet apart."
Yep.
I don't think, but those probably didn't have enough traction. But
yep. If you're interested in other 2080 stories that are not Judge Dredd, I can also help. Alan Moore, Grant Morrison, Frank Quiley, Steve Dillon, etc. You just gave us a hard on, sir.
Yeah, I would. That's quite a list of creators to just rattle off there. I mean, that is the comic book Hall of Fame right there. I mean,
especially when you mention Grant Morrison. You know,
Frank
Mike
Quitely
just freaked out.
Oh. Love those guys.
Jarrett, what's up, man? Speaking of Batman 89, do you guys think it'd be a good idea if Marvel tried the same? Think comic continuations of Ghost Rider, FF, or the non-MCU Spider-Man? They did with what the hell was it? They were doing something similar with X-Men 92.
That's right, they did.
They had the X-Men 92 comic there for a while. And I actually have the first issue, and I love it. I thought it was really well done. I was a big X-Men 92 cartoon fan, so I really enjoyed the fact that they kind of continued it in comic format like that. So yeah, I would love it if they did, like if they spun off of like the old Fantastic Four, like 90s cartoon series, and they took that into a comic. That could be fun. I would dig that. I actually have the whole series on DVD somewhere. I love it. The Incredible, if they did it with like all of like the 90s cartoons, like the Hulk cartoon, the Silver Surfer cartoon, and like they just, dude, I'd be happy. But more than likely it would be for nostalgic purposes though, and not so much because I think it's a good comic. I think it'd just be more nostalgia.
I doubt you'd buy an omnibus.
Yeah, probably not. If I did, it'd be strictly nostalgia.
All right, I think so. Whoever's commented up until now, 10:34. We'll call it at that because
Mike's got to get going, and I got to get these kids in bed. I can only find Southern Bastards Volume 2 on Amazon. Why?
Volume 1's probably out of print, and Volume 2 has been on Amazon for 5 years at this point. So,
but it's never been released.
Never been released.
I was going to say I didn't think there has been a Volume 2.
They keep pushing it back.
Do you have a list of issues that you are after for customs that you are working on? Your fans might help. That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah. And you actually inspired me because you recently put up a for sale post, and it seems to have come to fruition for you. So yeah, I think I think we might start. I mean, look, our Instagram at the Hardcover Comic, we post stuff pretty frequently, at least once a week, because our boy Alex is putting reviews up for Marvel. So those come out at least on Wednesdays, but both Matt and I do post on there frequently, so check it out at the Hardcover Comic, all one word, no underscores, nothing like that. But I'm guessing you have a list of stuff you're looking for, good sir.
Not a major list, but I do have a couple that I am missing. I really want to custom bind Spider-Man 2099, and I have almost all of them. I'm missing 4 issues. 3 of the issues are like $2 each. Like they're easy. My kids are driving me nuts. They're easy to find, but there's one issue that's a little bit more expensive. So I need Spider-Man 2099, and this is like the 90s Peter David run that I'm referring to. I need 19, 30, 31, and 35. And I can't remember. I think it might be 19. That's the expensive one. It's like the first appearance of Venom 2099. And it's not like super expensive. It's like maybe $20, but I just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. But I am looking for those 4 issues of Spider-Man 2099 for the Peter David run. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Anyone who has those, hit us up.
I do. I got some other ones I'm looking for too. I'll just make a post. Put it on Instagram.
Yeah. May as well.
All right. Send me the Dixie Chicks poster. We can call it quits. If I still had it, I would, but that was literally 20 years ago. I'm 39 now. I don't know if I still have it or not.
Wink, wink.
I'll find it on eBay though. I'm sure you can find anything on eBay. I bet I could find it. How do reprints of hardcovers work with DC and Marvel? Just wondering about something like the Punisher Max. For Marvel, I know a lot of times, like Omar's channel, the near mint condition, what they do is he'll do like polls on like what do fans want to see, and then he gives that info to David Gabriel at Marvel, and sometimes Marvel actually listens, and they've actually listened to us and given the fans what they want for reprints and books and things like that.
Yeah.
So I would say hit up, if you're looking for a Marvel one like the Punisher Max, hit up Omar at near mint condition, because he's got the contact at Marvel.
He is, yeah. He's the Marvel mastermind.
Yeah.
You're getting double capped.
Yep.
Double-headed.
Did the He-Man Omnibus go out of print?
Probably.
Don't believe it's out of print. I think it's just low print. I haven't seen like it go for over cover yet, but it's definitely not as inexpensive as it was. Give me the Spider-Man animated series season 5 comic. Yes, that would be amazing. I would love that. Just to throw it out there, Comic Bound made it to the end. So he bought 3,000 comics at a silly cheap price.
Wow,
that's dope.
3,000.
Yep. Post idea is good. May have a Spidey-Man 29. Yeah, I'm gonna make a post.
There you go.
Tonight, because I don't know if anybody will see it tonight, but
yeah.
If it matters at all, there's a great likelihood that Omar will be announcing a Spidey 2099 Volume 1 Omni with I figured that was gonna come, but I was like, I want to custom bind mine. I like customs, but
yeah.
He was joking about the Dixie Chicks poster. Dude, if you hook up I will find you a Dixie Chicks poster.
The hardcover comic at gmail.com.
I will get you the Dixie Chicks poster. The Batman. I'll get you a Got Milk poster.
We'll have the Kardashians create a Got Milk poster for you.
Yeah. What are our thoughts on the Boys Omnibus announcement? Yeah, I think it's great, especially as much as the show's been doing for them. So it will.
Absolutely.
Most definitely. But all right, everybody. Well, thank you all very much for joining us for the first time in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. Now, I don't know how long it's been, since probably like September. We will be doing this again. We won't wait nearly as long next time, I promise.
Yeah.
It was good to see you, Mike.
It was great to see you, man.
And take care, everybody, and we'll see you guys soon.
See you soon.
Ciao.
Thanks, everyone.